Okay, for question 13, we're trying to draw inequalities onto the graph and shade the region R. So first of all, we need to draw the lines. This first line, the y is less than 5 mark. So you find where is y going to be 5? Y is 5 here. So the line y equals 5 is going to be a straight line across at this point. There's one line drawn on. The next line we're going to try and draw is the y is less than 2x line. So the y equals 2x line has a gradient of 2 and it goes through the origin. So gradient of 2 means for every 1 square you go across, you can go 2 squares up. So the y equals 2x line is going to be a line that goes from here, 1 square across, 2 squares up, 1 square across, 2 squares up the whole way through the graph. It's going to look like that. So you can see here the gradient is always 2. For every 1 square you go across, you go 2 squares up, and it goes to your origin because there's no number added on. Here, you've got y is bigger than x plus 1. So this has got a gradient of 1, and it crosses the y-axis at point 1 as well. So that's going to be around here. And cross here. For every 1 square you go across, you can go 1 square up. So for every 1 square you go across, you go 1 square up. And you're going to get it, and it goes through this here. So there you go, you've drawn your 3 lines on the graph. The next thing you need to do is you've drawn the 3 lines, you now need to get the shading right. You can always guess where it's going to be, and the more you do of these, you get used to where the region is going to be. If we choose a point here first, y is less than 5. This one's quite easy, it means that y value is going to have to be smaller than 5. So that's going to be this side of the y equals 5 line. Just down there. The next one you get is y is less than 2x. So obviously when you do this, do these in pencils. Do this in pencils, you're going to rub out some of the shading afterwards. You've got y is less than 2x. So that's here. For this line here, choose a point that's not on the line. Let's choose the point 1, 1. If you had y as 1, x as 1, you'd get 1 less than 2. If x is 1 and y is 1. Does this make sense? Is 1 less than 2? Yes it is, which means that this point is allowed. So that means that this point, this side of this line, is okay. So you're just gradually building it up. So you know that this side, below this line, is a good side. That point's allowed, that point works, so that's in the region, that's allowed. You then need to look at the final line, and again, you've got the line y equals x plus 1. This line, choose a point 0, 0. So choose y equals 0 and x equals 0. So we're choosing the origin for this one. So put in 0 here, 0 greater than 0 plus 1. Is 0 bigger than 0 plus 1, which is 1? Is 0 bigger than 1? No. So for this line, the point 0, 0 isn't allowed, which means the shading must be above this line. You then put all of these together and come up with where the actual shading is going to be. So it's got to be above this line, below the y equals 5 line, and below the y is less than 2x line. So all you're left with is the area in the middle here. You then need to just go through and make sure you rub out any of your markings you've put on. So you're only left with the shaded region. When you finish, it should just look like this. You've got a shaded region, and remember to label the region R.